Week 6 of the college football season gets underway on Thursday night, and we've got some great games to break down, so let's get right into the action. What's up, sports fans? My name is Chris. Welcome back to Game Day Wagers. Today's Wednesday, October 1st, and in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down Week 6 of the college football season. We're going to be coming out firing with 3 selections that I believe have the best opportunity to turn us a profit in the college football ranks. Now, before we get into the plays, though, if you haven't already taken a second to like the video, please go ahead and do so now. If you guys are new around here, please hit the subscribe button. We are pumping out some great content on a daily basis. We're talking college football. We're talking standalone NFL games. The return of the NHL season is imminent starting next Tuesday. We're going to be breaking down that on a daily basis. So be sure to click the subscribe button, click the little bell button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on anything going forward. Now, without further ado, here are my best bets for Week 6 of the college football season. The first play we are rolling with goes on Friday night. We're talking New Mexico versus San Jose State. We're taking the New Mexico Lobos on the money line at plus 125. Look, there's not exactly a lot to like about this San Jose State team. They entered this Week 6 game with a 1-3 record and just gave up 30 points to Stanford, who's not exactly anything to write home about offensively. They now have a turnaround on a shortened week with a New Mexico side that has been very good offensively this year. New Mexico got high praise from me after their Week 1 showdown against the Michigan Wolverines, a game they were 34.5-point underdogs in. They managed to cover the spread. They managed to put up 17 points of their own, put up 217 yards passing, and it was a good showing all around in a game that they were obviously destined to lose. Since that loss, the offense has continued to make strides. They're averaging 391 yards per game, 174 yards rushing, and 30.5 points per contest. They have an extremely balanced attack with plenty of weapons, including 3 guys with 130 plus rushing yards and 3 guys with 175 plus receiving yards. While the offense will get theirs, defensively is why the Lobos are going to win this game. They're the far superior team on the defensive side of the ball, giving up just 21 points per game, and have a solid secondary that can keep the Spartans' pass game under wraps. I think the wrong team is favored in this contest, so we're going to go out and take the underdog here. Give me the New Mexico Lobos on the money line, plus 125. The second play we are rolling with is the Miami Hurricanes, minus 4.5 points over Florida State. The odds are minus 110. Look, last week I avoided picking James Franklin like the plague, but this week I'm just hoping I don't get crystal-balled into a loss. On paper, these are 2 of the highest scoring teams in the country, and this game should be fun to watch. The only problem for the Seminoles is that off the loss to Virginia, they gave up 211 rushing yards and were bullied in the trenches. Miami Hurricanes are one of the best teams in the trenches on both sides of the football, and if they can win the trench battle, like I believe they can, this game should not be close. Throw in the fact that the Hurricanes are healthy, they're rested off a bye week. I don't see them losing this massively important football game, even on the road in a rivalry. If you look at Miami's quarterback, Carson Beck, he's been solid in 3 of the 4 games so far this season, with his lone hiccup coming against a good Florida defense. He's completing 72.6% of his passes. He's got 7 touchdowns to just 3 interceptions. And I know Florida State forced 3 interceptions from the Virginia Cavaliers quarterback, but I do not believe the Hurricanes will lose this turnover battle in this game. If the Seminoles beat Virginia last week, we're talking about maybe a top 5 showdown and potentially taking them as the home underdog. But with the way the game played out, the way that it ended, I'm going to happily lay the points here with the better and more rested team. Give me the Miami Hurricanes minus 4.5 points, minus 110. The third and final play we have for you is the Cincinnati Bearcats minus 1.5 points, minus 110 over the Iowa State Cyclones. Look, admittedly, I've not been high on the Iowa State Cyclones this year. I faded them a couple times and we're 1-1 while doing so. So I'm going to go back to the well and fade them once again on the road. While Iowa State may rate out well on paper, I'm not sold on them being the number 14 best team in the country. Wins against Kansas State, Iowa, and Arizona just don't hold weight in terms of good wins this year. And this is just their second true road game of the season, going into a tough place to play when the Bearcats are playing some good football. If you look at this Bearcats team, outside of their 20-17 loss in the opener against Nebraska, the offense has kind of clicked into high gear. They've scored 37, 70, and 34 points across their last 3 games, all wins, and more importantly, now get to face off against the Cyclones defense that is missing some key pieces in the secondary. Cincinnati is averaging over 8 yards per play, a full 2 yards more than the Iowa State Cyclones are, and they have a 100% success rate in the red zone, which compare that to 75% of the Cyclones. I just see that being the difference maker in this game. All things considered, I think the spread is right where it should be. I'm going to lay the points here with the unranked team. Give me Cincinnati minus 1.5 points, minus 110. That wraps up this week's edition of the College Football Picks and Predictions Show. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to help support the videos, please smash the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel at Game Day Wagers, or leave a comment in the comment section if you guys are rolling with me, fading me, or have any best bets you're making for week 6 of the college football season. As always, good luck.